Hello, good people. Welcome to another flow. This will be a shorter one, so it'll be about 20 minutes or so. We'll try and stick to that schedule so you can get on and do whatever you need to do for the rest of the day. If you're ending the day, great. We only require a mat. I've got a block to make seating a little bit more comfortable, but you don't need it if you don't have one available. We'll start off. Let's start off on our shins. So if you have the block, remove it, and coming to a Japanese seat. Just having the shins down on the floor. Let's place our palms face down and invitation to shut down the eyes. Get a bit longer in the spine. Relax the shoulders. Tuning into your breath, allowing it to move in and out of the body. And by the way, I did forget to introduce myself. I go by the name of Nicol. Welcome to my flow. And thank you for making the time to fit your practice in. Let's start by turning the head to the left-hand side. Just keeping the neck neutral. Come back to looking forwards and then turn to the right. Come back to center, and tucking in the chin, looking down towards the chest. And once again center, tilting the head back, opening out the throat. And back to center, starting to take the shoulders up towards the ears. And taking them back and down so that you're really opening out the chest. Bringing them forward, let's create circles, rotating them around. And one more time going backwards. And coming back, let's go forwards just a couple of times. Just for a bit of balance. And once again coming back to relaxed. Bring your right ear to right shoulder, so tilting the head. Come back to center, left ear, left shoulder. Come back to center, and then taking the hands out in front of you, interlacing the fingers. Let's create figure eights moving in one direction. Changing direction, moving the other way. And shaking out the breaths. Coming to a tabletop, having the wrists or the shoulders underneath the wrists. Let's tuck the toes and just create circles with the shoulders moving in one direction. And moving in the other direction. And pausing, taking the palms around so the fingers are pointing back towards the knees. Keep the toes tucked and push through the shoulders. So feel that stretch in the front part of your arms, and then just move the hips back towards the heels. Try and keep the heel of the hand connected to the floor. And lastly, just tucking the chin in, and again pushing the spine up towards the ceiling. Release, turn the hands back towards the front and then in towards each other. So the fingers are pointing in towards each other. Imagine you're tilting from side to side, but this time allowing the palms to come off the mat. So you're going all the way into the fingers as you move the shoulders back and forth. And once again, coming back to center, turning the palms back to face the front, or fingers to face the front. And I'm going to just turn around so that I'm not going to giving you my back as we go through the next one. Take the right leg, stretch it out to the back, keep the toes connected to the floor, and just pause here for a moment. Feeling that stability with the hands pushing into the ground. Spread the fingers so you've got a bit more stable stance. And then lifting the right leg, flexing the toes so they're pointing down. Pause here. Start to kickstand that left knee, taking it out to the side. Keep the right leg lifted, and then take your right hand up to the ceiling. Pause. Can you push the hips a little bit more forward? And then with your in-breath, take your right hand, reach it to the front of the mat room, And as you exhale, take the elbow to knee. Inhale, stretch and open. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, stretch and open. And then bending through that right top knee, we're going to maybe, if it's available, grab the ankle and open out the hip. Maybe gazing towards the sky or ceiling. Or pausing for 2 here. Make sure the hips are moving forward for 1. Releasing the foot. Keep it raised. Place the right hand down and bring that left foot back in. And then start to create circles with that right knee moving in one direction. And changing direction, moving the other way. And eventually, the next time the knee is raised, straighten the right leg, come onto the blade of the foot, walk the hands forward, and with the back toes tucked, move the hips back towards that left heel. Pause here, allowing the body to come down. And slowly raising the chest, walking the hands back in. I'm going to walk the hands over to that right side, so right hand on right shin, and then open up the body, taking the left arm up to the ceiling. Stay for a breath in, and out. Another breath in, take both hands up to the ceiling. And as you exhale, left hand down, right hand goes over. Make sure those hips are pushing forward as if you're against a wall. Staying just for the in. And for the out, swinging the hands down to the floor, to the mat. Let's bring the right leg in, coming back to tabletop. Once again, moving the hips back and forward, just releasing. And as we move to the other side, I'm going to swing around. So once again, I'm facing you, or not facing away from you. And we're taking the left leg out, stretching it out. Keep it again connected to the floor to start off with. Make sure the fingers are spread as we lift that left leg. Toes are flexed, pointing down towards the mat. Pause. Start to swivel that right leg around. And then as you do, take that left hand and reach for the ceiling. Move the hips forward. Pause. Allow an in-breath to take that left hand, reach for the front. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, stretch. And bending through that left knee, we're going to grab the ankle. And then as you open out, push the hips forward, maybe gaze up towards the sky or ceiling. And gently releasing the foot. Keep it raised. Place the left hand down, kickstanding or unkickstanding that right leg, and then bending through that left knee. Start to create circles, moving in one direction. And changing direction, moving the other way. And eventually kickstanding it out to the side. Come to the blade of the left foot, walking the hands forward. Keep the back toes tucked as you draw the hips back towards that right heel. Pause. And then as you slowly lift the chest, walk the hands back in, and then take them out to the left-hand side. Left hand, left shin. Take the right up to the ceiling. Open out the hips. Inhale, take both hands to the ceiling. And as you exhale, right hand down, left hand across. Reach. Stay for the in. And as you exhale, windmill the hands down to the front of the room. Bring the left knee in, tabletop. Just once again, move the hips from left to right. Make sure the toes are tucked. Palms are planted, fingers are spread. And then just lift the knees so they're just hovering off the floor. Just hovering. If you want a little bit more protractor through the shoulders, so you're pushing the spine up towards the ceiling. Pause. Step back with the right foot. Followed with the left, find your plank, and then move the knees back in, floating tabletop. Take your right knee to right elbow, touch. Take it over to the left side, touch, and then take it back, floating tabletop. Left knee to left elbow, touch. Right elbow, touch, and then once again back, floating tabletop. Start to walk the feet back, and as you do, raise the hips. Find your downward dog.
Pausing here, maybe choosing to flex the feet, pedal the toes, move the hips from side to side, finding your version of downward dog, making sure that we're not spread out too wide and that the feet are about hip-width apart as well as the hands, and you're pushing into every part of the fingers or hands, the palm, the thumbs, the first finger, eventually coming to a stationary downward dog. Pausing here for the breath in and the breath out. And coming high into the toes, let's take our left foot to left edge of the mat, right foot to right edge, and then just walk the feet one at a time all the way to the top of the mat. Come back to center of the top, hands to shins, breath in, breath. And as you exhale, release, forward fold. Twice more like that, hands to shins, breath in. Release, forward fold. Last one, breath in, hands to shins. And release. Toe heel the feet out, toe hip width if not already. Grab opposite elbows, find your rag doll, just allowing the head to sway. Maybe even the whole torso, just from side to side. Keep a slight bend in the knees. And eventually coming back to center, releasing the elbows. Uncurl the spine. We're going to come to standing. Keep your hands beside your body, Tadasana. And once you're standing, a roll of the shoulders back. And a roll of the shoulders forward. Take a breath in, take the arms up to the ceiling. Palms meet, heart center as you exhale. Take the hands up in. Cactus the arms as you exhale. Open out the chest. Keep it open as you gaze up towards the ceiling or sky. Take the hands up, breath in. And as you exhale, forward fold. Chest comes down to thighs. Hands to shins, halfway, breath in. And as you exhale, hands come down. Step back with the right foot to the back of the mat. Stay in your lunge for the breath in. And then drop the knee down on the exhale. Anjaneyasana. Take both hands up, breath in. Find a slight back bend at the top. And as you exhale, cactus the arms. Inhale, take the arms up. Bring them down, frame that left foot as you exhale. Lift the back knee, step the left foot back to plank with the breath in, and then lower halfway down, chaturanga. Now you may be not warm enough for a back bend, so we're going to push back up to plank. You're welcome. As you exhale, bend the knees, lift the hips, find a downward dog. Once again, left foot to left edge, right foot to right edge. Take a breath in here. And as you exhale, come high into the toes and walk the feet one at a time. See if you can keep them as straight as you can as you walk all the way to the top. Once you're at the top, come back to center, hands to shins, halfway breath in. Release, breath out. Once again, halfway breath in. And release, breath out. Take the hands all the way to the ceiling with your breath in. Palms meet, heart center as you exhale. Hands reach, breath in. And find a forward fold with the breath out. Halfway lift in. Hands come down, step back with the left foot. Stay in your lunge with the breath in. And drop the left knee down, breath out. Anjaneyasana, take both hands up, in. Find a back bend at the top. Cactus the arms as you exhale. Inhale, reach the arms. And frame that right foot as you exhale. Lift the back knee, step the right foot back to plank with the breath in. Come halfway down. Keep those elbows all the way tucked in as you exhale. Flip the feet. Maybe we're ready for your upward dog, your back bend. If you choose to be on the floor, find a baby cobra. Eventually finding downward dog as we lift the hips. Stay here for the breath in. And the breath out. Take your right leg up to the ceiling, breath in. Bend through the knee and open the hip with the breath out. Stay for the breath in here. Maybe dropping that left elbow down, and exhale, take that right knee, right elbow, touch. Inhale, straighten everything, three-legged. And as you exhale, step that right foot through. Hands reach for the ceiling, breath in. Bend through the elbows, breath out, cactus. Inhale, take the arms up. And draw them down to the floor. Frame that right foot, exhale. Step up to the top of the mat, inhale, the halfway lift. Release, find a forward fold as you exhale. Toe heel the feet in, big toes together, slight gap between the heels, bend through the knees. Utkatasana, breath in. Maybe lifting the heels off the floor, breath out.
Stay here for the in. Heels come down, find a forward fold. Exhale. Hands halfway to the shins, breath in. Release the hands down. Take the feet out to the edges of the mat. Breath in, halfway. Place the hands down, come onto the tippy toes. Can you hop both feet back at the same time on the edges of the mat all the way to downward dog? Take the left foot up to the ceiling, breath in. Open the hip, bend through the knee with the breath out. Inhale, can you slowly drop that right forearm down to the floor? And as you exhale, take the left knee, left elbow. Touch. Inhale, straighten everything, three-legged. And as you exhale, step the left foot through. Reach with the arms, breath in to the ceiling, crescent. Cactus the arms as you exhale. Inhale, take the arms up. Frame that left foot top of the mat as you exhale. Stepping back to plank, breath in. Chaturanga, come halfway down. Stay for the breath in here. And remember, exhale, take the left foot out, step it to the left as you exhale. Inhale, bring it back to center. Take the right foot out to the right. Exhale. Inhale, back to center. Flip the feet all the way down to the floor as you exhale. Find a baby cobra, breath in. I bet you were expecting more there. Exhale, release. I thought I'd be kind. Tuck the toes. Inhale, come to your knees. And as you exhale, downward dog. Pausing here for the in. Releasing for the X. Another in. And then slowly with the knees down. Exhale. Come all the way down so that you bring your forearms down on the mat. Find your Sphinx pose. Palms are flat down on the floor. Toes are untucked. We're opening out through the shoulders. Gaze forward. Invitation to close down the eyes. Stay here for 3. If you want a little bit more pushing down through the hands, find seal as you find a bit deeper back bend for 2. And 1. Slowly lowering the forearms down if you raise yourself to seal, tucking the toes, and we're just going to walk the hands back to tabletop, coming onto the knees. Slowly swivel the hands around, and we're going to come to a seat. Let's make it cross-legged, so it doesn't matter which foot or shin is in front of the other. Take a breath in as we take the arms up to the ceiling. Take the left hand down to the left, take the right over, find a lateral bend. Inhale, take both hands up to the ceiling. And take the right hand down, take the left over, bend. Inhale, both hands up. And bring them down out in front of you as you exhale. Walk them forward and see if you can come into a forward bend, maybe drawing the forearms down, maybe elbows just, or even the forehead. Slowly walk the hands back and draw them into the heart center. Allow the palms to meet, and we're going to just tilt back so that we're bringing weight into more of the back. Release your shins and take them so that the other shin is in front. Come back so your chest is, so your shoulders are above your waist. Take a breath in, take the hands up again. And this time take the right hand to the outside of the left knee, take the left hand behind you. And just allow another inhale to straighten through the spine, become taller. Exhale, twist, look behind. Inhale, take the hands back up to the ceiling. And as you exhale, take the right hand behind you, left hand to outside of left shin. Inhale, straighten. And as you exhale, move into that twist. Inhale, take the arms back up to the ceiling. And as you exhale, bring them down out in front of you. Walk the hands forward. Find your forward fold once again. Pausing here for 2. For 1. And slowly walking the hands back, coming back to your seat. Let's draw the palms in to the heart center. But this time, instead of palms together, let's put one left or right on top of the heart center and have the other hand flat on top of it. Invitation to shut down the eyes for a moment. Get in touch with your breath. And before we start the day or finish the day, whichever you're choosing, or whenever you're choosing to do this flow. We're going to skip Shavasana as it's such a short flow, but I'd like to invite you just to pause for a few moments here in your seat, allowing the shoulders to release. And let's take a deep breath in through the nose together. Hold it at the top, maybe take in a little bit more breath. Open the mouth, exhale. 2 more like that. Take a breath in through the nose. Pause. Take a bit more in. Open the mouth, exhale. Last one together. Take a breath in. Pause. A little bit more. Open the mouth, exhale. Release the hands, bring them back into prayer and draw them into the forehead. As they make contact with the third eye, let's tilt the chin in so that we're in a slight forward bend, just in reverence for your practice. The light in me sees, it honors, and respects the very same light it sees in each and every one of you. Namaste.